Welcome everybody, I am the YouTuber here, and we're going to set for Southern Nazarene, or SNU Dynasty. Southern Nazarene Dynasty, SNU Dynasty. We are 0-1 going into this game against the SEC's 4th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies. Are 1-0. We'll go over the top players and the for both SNU and Texas A&M, and the team stats. So, let's review last week's game. If you had not seen last week's game, be sure you go check it out. It's on my channel. It was a close loss to Tulsa, a soon-to-be conference opponent. Even with the new game coming out, I will still be playing this Dynasty in NCAA 14 and doing the new Dynasty, so we'll be doing both. So just to let you know, once again, hopefully, of course, the new NCAA game that comes out, or the new console game that comes out, will be on the PS4, hopefully. So I will be doing this regardless of if I'm playing in the new NCAA game or not. Because I want to continue this Dynasty series. So, I do apologize for the glaring. Let me fix that glaring. I do apologize for the glaring, on there, but, yeah, let's get started with. It was a tight testing game and then went overtime. Tough loss, so we'll see if we can bounce back this week against Texas, 4th-ranked Texas A&M. And let's go over the team stats for us and for them. First, for the Texas A&M Aggies, they are 41st in points. They average 32.0 points per game. And they're 5th in yards, averaging 540.0 yards per game. And then 5th in passing, averaging 375 yards. .0 yards passing, and there are 39th in rushing with a 165.0 so basically scored 32 points in the first game, with 540 rushes, 375 yard passing, and 165 yards rushing. And then get defensively of 13, which is 20th, 312, which is 30th. 55 and passing defensively, 222, 90 rushing, which is 14th. All right, then for Southern Nazarene, or SNU, not SM, but SNU. Points averaging, which is 8th, 781 yards, which is 1st. Passing, which is 1st, 619, 41st in rushing, 162 yards, 48th, which is 91st, 545, which is 92nd in defensive yards given up. 395 of that is passing, 150 of that is rushing, 93rd in passing, and 58 in rushing. Now, top players for both teams. First, for our team, You have the safety number 5, Jackson. He's a 4th overall. He's got 10 tackles for losses. Sorry, 2 tackles for losses, 1 sack, and 10 tackles. Then you have the second player of the 3 players to watch out for our team, number 62, left guard House, 83 overall, 2 sacks allowed. And then your quarterback, in the first game, he was 34 for 62 with 619 yards and 5 touchdowns in that 48-45 loss in overtime to Tulsa. And let me make sure we are centered right on the camera. I'm going to pull up on the broadcast on my phone, make sure we're centered right. Before we get into the top players for Texas A&M. It needs to be focused more. I do apologize for that. Okay, there you go. Normally I already have this already done prior to it. There you go. All right. So that was a good, good. Let me exit out of this broadcast. That was the one view that you saw. All right, and moving on to talking about Texas A&M's top players. You have Bates, who's 987 overall. He's the quarterback number 2. The starting quarterback for them in the first game. I forget who they played, but we'll see here. He was 28 for 38, 375 yards, 16 carries, 77 yards, and 2 total touchdowns. Then for the left tackle, Smith, he's 96 overall. He had 2 pancakes and a tackle out. For the third player to watch out for them, the running back number 1, Grant. He has had 11 carries, 34 yards, 7 receptions, and 89 yards. So it's going to be an interesting game to see if we can't bounce back after that tough, close loss to Tulsa and get the record at 1-1 and make them go also 1-1 their first loss of the season and probably drop them from the 4th spot in the rankings and us trying to move up into the top 25 at some point. That's the goal, at least, to make a bowl and be in the top 25. Maybe the international championship, depending upon helping, the help that we get along the way, hopefully. So that'll do it for me. We will we will let you listen into that'll do it for me for now. I'll be back at the end of the game to wrap things up and look ahead to next week after the game. But for now, I will let you listen into the commentators for today's game. Be back at the end of the game. Be back at the end of the game to wrap things up and look ahead to next week. But until Then we'll let you listen into the broadcast.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams ranked among the best teams in the country in terms of passing offense. That's to be expected. Both head coaches are innovators, known as offensive gurus. Not that they totally abandoned the running game, but they're known more for finding the latest cutting-edge philosophy in passing. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
And now let's head down to the coin toss, and it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Now, has the ball set how he wants it, and we're just about ready to kick this game off, folks. Fielded at the 4. Makes it out to maybe the 19-yard line. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. Walker's the kind of guy that's work ethic really pays off. Right now, he's playing some special football and leading the conference statistically. From their own 23-yard line, second down. Tosses across the middle to his tight end. And down he goes, right around the 36-yard line. Superb effort by the receiver to come down with that ball.
Now, this comes down to the timing between the quarterback and the receiver, and the result, again, a nice play for the offense.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain. Second and 6. Ball on the 40-yard line. Play action. He goes downtown. Missed it.
I'd love to see a confident quarterback, but you don't want to just go back there and put blind faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage before you release the football.
The stop at the 47.
That's a smart play here by the quarterback. He threw it into the window the zone coverage gave him. Nice pass and a nice job by the receiver running a slant.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line. And he makes it out to about the 47-yard line. That makes it second and 10. Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted. Good job to pick that ball off.
He did a great job at getting in that passing lane and coming away with the ball.
the 43-yard line. First down. Out of bounds, the 41-yard line. He's on the run. Slides down. And he's taken down at about the 31. Quick throw, tackle made at about the 23-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. And this brings up an interesting situation.
If you have faith in your kicker, then I'd take the 3 points here. Otherwise, I'd probably just give it to my halfback and let him put his head down and try to get the first.
They'll call on the field goal unit here for this long field goal attempt. Texas A&M is looking to go up by 3. It's up, looks long enough. No good. He pushed it to the right. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese?
The Tigers entered today's game ranked number 10 in the land, and for LSU, they've won 2 straight. The Tigers win it, 27-21. In other action, let's have a look at what's going on in Chapel Thrill. North Carolina grabs the 6-point W.
All right, Reese, back to our game. Let's see if he can shake off that pick that he tossed last time out.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
He's taken down around the 26-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 7. It's 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball on the 26. Play fake, looking to run. Throws it deep. This one's intercepted. It's the junior safety. And he hits him hard at the 37.
His safety always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no surprise that he comes up with the interception here.
Complete. He's got room for the 10. Spectacular play, and now it's 1st and goal. So what do you think of this receiver after that play?
The quarterback made a nice throw, but it was the receiver who made this happen. That's a great way to make a statement.
Touchdown, Aggies. Texas A&M's got a guy behind center that can really do it all, Herbie. I mean, he's a dual threat. He can hurt you with his feet and his arm. With this guy, it's 2 wide feet, victory point. And he tacks on the extra point. A short 2-play, 37-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points. So our score, 7-0. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He'll return this one from the 7. He's out to the 30. He's taken down at the 46-yard line. Texas A&M's defense is playing lights out right now, pitching a shutout.
Yeah, I would not be shocked at all to see this defense be able to maintain this. Just the way they're playing, the attitude that they seem to be playing with, if they can maintain the energy and the awareness of this offense, there's a very good shot that they can shut this offense out.
And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did in their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
This quarterback can make good passes. He just needs to focus on not forcing the ball to his receivers.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry.
Now, the quarterback's able to find a soft spot in the defense, and he threw an accurate ball for a solid pickup.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. Now bring it down around the 30-yard line. Walker gains about a yard on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
They look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
From the 17-yard line. 1st down. Tackle the 9-yard line. Throws incomplete, knocked away. So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. Brought down the 7-yard line. After a decent run up the gut. It's 2nd and goal. Ball on the 2. And he's got the touchdown.
That is great, tough football right there. Getting down to the goal line and just punching it in.
The extra point to tie this game up. And he hits the PAT. A nice 8-play, 55-yard drive. And that's good for a touchdown. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 25-yard line. I don't think either team has a clear advantage so far. Let's see if they can make some plays and get a little separation. Makes the catch and look out. He's tackled to the 38-yard line.
Not a real fancy play here, just a smartly run route. Good protection and a well-placed ball. Most times, you don't need much more than that.
He's scrambling. He's at midfield, and he's tackled at the 46. Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 46. Defensive coordinator anticipating this five-wide set. He comes in with his dime package. Decides to slide. They spread the field in the gun with five wide receivers. Scrambling around. He lost the ball. Looks like a defensive lineman might have it, and he does. So the offense turns over the pigskin.
The ball carrier here is just careless in handling the ball. And great awareness by the defense to jump on it.
Every drive is important in a tie game. I look for both sides to come out with some urgency. Nice run there. Walker picks up 5 with the carry. It's second down, 5 to go. Ball on their own 39. He gets it out to about the 47-yard line. He is drilled at the 41.
Man, as an offensive lineman, this is the worst thing that you want to see. Is your quarterback not only getting sacked, but getting hit like that. Those linemen better pick that quarterback up and start doing a better job of taking care of him.
Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation. Fires quickly to the tight end. That's a great tackle. The 37-yard line. From the 37-yard line, it's first down. And he's going to be sacked for a loss. That's a loss of 5 yards. That'll make it second and long. He's at the 30. He tackles him hard at the 26-yard line. From the 26-yard line, first down. Huge play, and now they're in a great position to score. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. They bring him down for a sack on the play. Loss of 7 yards on the play. That brings up second and goal. We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Throws it and it's tipped away.
You never know what will happen when the ball ricochets like that. Good effort by the defender.
From the 13-yard line, third down.
It's a bad play overall by the offense. The quarterback's doing everything he can to be able to make the play work and try to execute. The problem is the offensive line did not do a good job protecting him. They're very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted.
The kick is up, and it is good. Well, that one looked like it was going to be wide, but he put it inside the upright.
Yeah, he squeaked that one in, and he did didn't have much more than a couple of inches to spare.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Parker fields it at the 2. Brought down at the 29. Well, I'm sure the offense will be looking to avoid the turnover that ended their last drive.
The defense, I'm sure, will be aggressive again. They love going for the strip and attacking the football.
He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. Now he's scrambling. And they got him.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
And they'll probably try to throw here. They line up on 3rd down and 14. He's going to air it long. Catches it inside the 30. And down he goes, right around the 20. Quick strike to the receiver, touchdown.
This team has so many potent weapons. It's tough to try to single out just one of them to stop.
And he adds the extra point. So a 4-play, 70-yard drive. And the result, 7 points.
You know, you always prepare your offense to think that we're going to have some success. These guys got to be coming over the sideline. There's a touchdown saying, I didn't expect it to be this easy.
The score now, 14-10. At the 30. Tackle made at the 46-yard line.
Boy, this has been a fun game to watch, going back and forth and back and forth. It's almost like watching a tennis match here. Whoever has the ball last, my guess will be the team that wins it.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Passes and it's almost picked off. From their own 46-yard line. 2nd down. Under heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Change of quarterback, Kirby. Got to wonder what that's going to do to the team morale. It is next man up. They've got to be ready to trust this guy. Evans comes into quarterback. Well, as they take a look at that injury on the sideline, let's see what this backup can do at quarterback. And he's level to 32-yard line.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
4th and long here after the sack. Well, Kirk, we saw this kid head to the locker room a little bit earlier with that injury. Now we see he's back on the sideline. That's good news. Looks like he should be able to get back in the action. They'll bring him down to the 39-yard line. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together, And to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
Texas A&M holds a 4-point lead. And they make the stop at the 48-yard line. Folks, that's the end of quarter number 1, and we got a pretty good ball game on our hands so far. Texas A&M's up by 4. Set to resume action here in the second quarter. We've got a tight ball game. Got some open field. Tries to get around the corner. He's taken down at the 43-yard line. He has some room. Tackle made at the 12. That makes it 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 4-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. They just didn't get the snap off in time. Here's the call.
Delay the offense.
So the delayed game will move them back a few, and I'm pretty sure the coach isn't happy with his quarterback right now. It's 2nd and 7. Ball on the 9.
When you're an option quarterback, you get used to getting popped pretty quickly. He'll bounce right back up.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Texas A&M is up by 4. Tosses out to the tailback on the screen. Touchdown, Aggies.
You got to give each of these guys credit for getting in sync, really fighting to create that touchdown.
And he converts the extra point. Bell gets set to kick this one away. Gathered in at the 6. He's out to the 30, and down he goes. The 34-yard line for Texas A&M. They've been bringing the heat, and they've gotten to him on several occasions. This defense has had success getting after the quarterback.
They also got them to turn it over twice.
This offense hasn't had any trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Well, they are running it pretty well, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. You take the yards however you can get them.
And he hits him hard at the 43. And the halfback picks up 9 yards on the delay. That ends up 2nd and 1. Short yardage situation here. 2nd down and 1. bring him down right around the 26-yard line.
Boy, it's a huge play by the offense, and I got to go back to what the defense dialed up. They brought pressure, which means the offensive line's got to do a good job of communicating to give the quarterback enough time to be able to make the throw. And they did exactly that. They protected him, gave him the time that he needed, and he was able to take advantage of it.
So let's see how the defense responds now. It's first down and 10. Produces pickup. Just outside the goal line. A decent pickup on the pass play.
And I'll tell you what, the defense did everything they could here. Give credit to the quarterback for putting this ball where it had to be for his receiver to catch it. Great job.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Touchdown. And a halfback took it in for the score.
Yep, he punched that in from a short distance. He had great blocking up front on that play.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Parker from the 3. He's to the 20. Across the 30. Knocked out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays. Texas A&M is up 4. Tackle at the 35-yard line. Nice run, and he's brought down. And now he's got room to run. Tackle outside after a nice pickup. First down. Catches it, and he's looking for more. He steps out at the 47. That brings up second and 5. He's tackled at the 40. That's a gain of 7 on the play. That makes it first and 10. There's a strike complete. Steps out of bounds around the 33-yard line. That'll bring up second and 3. Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Texas A&M holds a 4-point lead. He's at the 20. He makes his way to about the 18. Decent run here, right side. That's a gain of 5 on the play. That brings up second and 5. Strike to the receiver. What a play to set him up with a first and goal. That makes it first and goal. Quick throw in the end zone, touchdown. He makes the PAT. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He'll take it from the 2. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 32.
Well, this is turning into a shootout here. Now, remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a second time?
6 points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kurt, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, then they might be able to force them into a mistake.
2nd and 15. Ball on the 27-yard line. Ford with a nice play fake.
You know, at that point, I think, Brad, the quarterback's just better off just taking a sack. You have to be very careful as you're feeling pressure to throw the ball just to throw the ball. If you feel like you're not going to be able to make a play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
And he's immediately tackled.
This passing game could be very effective if you don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. They use their personnel well and can be very tough to defend.
From their own 45-yard line. First down.
I love the toughness here by this quarterback. Sitting in until the last second, trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. Got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit, but at least he has the awareness and a toughness to sit in that pocket.
Quick throw. There's a very impressive open field tackle. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. Quick pass. And he's tackled at about the 7-yard line. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Nice run there. Walker picks up 5 with the carry. And this play is number 8 on the drive. That's a great tackle. The 5-yard line.
I think that one's on the offensive line. They've got to do a better job of holding their blocks, or else this quarterback's going to be pulling turf out of his face mask all game.
It's 3rd and goal from the 5. Let's see if they can put this one in. Going to the end zone, and it's coming back out.
Brad, it's still early in this game. They might be able to get back into it. I just feel like the quarterback seems to be forcing things a bit. I understand trying to get back and fighting to get back in the game. At that time, the thrown interception when you really need points, that was a big mistake. The
halfback with a carry. And he makes it out to about the 21-yard line. Green picks picks up a yard on the play.
They're lucky he was able to hang on to the football. He took a pretty good shot.
Here's an opening. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. That'll make it 2nd and 4. Now he pitches it, and down he goes. The 47-yard line. From their own 47-yard line. It's 3rd down. He's on the run. Slides down. First down. He scrambled. They bring the quarterback down. That makes it 2nd and 10. Close down the catch, and he's got room here. And they make the stop at the 38-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10. Caught, open field. He's taken down at the 26. Hanson's on the tackle at the 26-yard line. First down. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. Gets to about the 17-yard line. And this is the 12th play of the drive. He's got it with room to run. He's knocked out of bounds around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 13 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal. It's 1st down. Big opportunity to score here inside the 5. It's 1st down and goal. They come out on an empty backfield. Now he tries to buy some time. And he's going to run this one in. Touchdown. And he adds the extra point. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
Time to check in on what's happening in the nation's top 10. The Bulldogs go up top and strike first with a touchdown. The Bulldogs are on top, 7-0.
All right, thanks, Reese. Back to the live action here. Texas A&M ready to kick this one off. He's to the 20. And he's taken down at the 30. And for Richards, he's having himself a pretty good game.
This guy has just really separated himself from everybody else on the football field. It's just going to be an individual performance you're going to remember for a long time. Well, between the sacks, the knockdowns, and just the overall pressure they're putting on this quarterback, this is going to be a game this quarterback's going to want to forget in a hurry.
And he's taken down at the 46. From their own 46-yard line. First down. And they get the sack.
Now, that is a big hit on the quarterback. That's one of those as an offensive lineman. When the film study starts to come around, you're going to kind of sink in your chair and just hope they don't call you out because you're going to get embarrassed on Monday on that one.
Almost intercepted there. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 44. And he's hit immediately.
So it was a well-designed and executed pattern, but on third down and forever, it just wasn't enough.
And on the throw, he caught it. Tackle made right around the 34. From the 34-yard line. First down. And he's tackled in the open field. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Fires of the middle, touchdown. Wow, an almost impossible pass to defend, and it goes for 6.
Yep, the defense would have needed 12 guys on the field that time.
The offense calls a timeout, and that was their first timeout. They'll go for 2 in this situation. And it's caught for 2. They line up to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. And for Bates, he's given the defense a lot to worry about.
Well, what's great about this offense is having a quarterback that can hurt you both running and throwing. And we've seen that today. Brad, let's see if this offense can maintain the rhythm that they established on that last drive. Not just putting points on the board, but driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up. I think that's going to be important for them to try to keep that confidence going here on this drive.
Don't go anywhere, folks. It looks like we might have a pretty good game on our hands after all. Texas A&M's got a 10-point lead.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollock here, completely locked in on that first half. This is the kind of game that people out there watching just love. These two offenses, look, they're not prolific in the passing game. They are spinning the magic beam.
So that's beyond prolific?
That's when it's going in the right direction. All the route concepts are just right. Everything's right where it's supposed to be. Quarterback's right on time. Hit that fifth step. Boom! Come out, make a play. It's been easy.
I don't think you need me. I think you just summed it up perfectly. I mean, it was.
I always need you.
It was a clinic. No, you don't. But it was a 7-on-7 clinic. You didn't need defense out there. It looked like you were just playing pitch and catch in the summertime. hey, you're my favorite wide receiver. Go deep. Hey, come back at this length. We're going to throw it to you. Quarterbacks, receivers, all doing what they're supposed to do. And it looks pretty good. Not for the defenses, but the offense looks like they're pretty sharpened up.
We've done what we can do here at halftime. Time to get you back out to the second half. We'll keep an eye on everything going on in college football. Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit ready for the call.
All right, Reese and David, welcome back, everybody. Just about set to start the second half. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down to the 33-yard line. So we're just about ready to return to action. Tailback incomplete.
That pass led him just a little bit too far, but still, great effort.
That makes it 2nd and 10. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 33. Now he's scrambling. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. Slides down to the ground. He's brought down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He's at the 30, to the 20, the 10. He'll take it all the way for the touchdown.
You see that end zone in front of you, it can elevate your running to another level. Awesome play.
And he hits the PAT. So that's a 5-play, 67-yard drive. And that's good for a touchdown. Texas A&M, the kick. Sends it sailing downfield. Down at the 14-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Fires out to his receiver, and he's tackled right away. From their own 30-yard line. It's first down. They'll make the sack. I mean, this is almost getting ridiculous. That is sack number 8.
This guy's going to have to spend a half an hour in the ice tub after this game. It's just been shot after shot all day long. Where's the offensive line?
And he's hit before he can go anywhere. It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. Fires right side, got his tailback. Now bring him down at midfield. receiver, incomplete.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From midfield, 2nd down. Quick throw, almost intercepted.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
Quick throw, he's got his receiver again. Tackle at about the 33-yard line.
First down.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Fakes to the back.
Great job by the defense of getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
2nd and 10.
From the 33-yard line, it's 2nd down. The defense has got some of the best pass defenders on the field. They set up in the dime to counter that 5 wide receiver set. Quick out to his receiver. Off down at the 15.
That makes it 1st and 10.
This is the 10th play of this drive. They're not done yet. That was a well-drawn-up play for the wideout.
And they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can thank the play calling here. Very impressive.
It was a textbook post route, and the pass was right on target. He makes the PAT. A nice 10-play, 86-yard drive, and they put up 7 points.
Brad, how about the guys up front? The offensive line giving the quarterbacks plenty of time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20. He got hit hard. So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
This defense couldn't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds.
They blitzed the corner that time, and it created a hole in the coverage. But that's the risk you take when you leave a receiver to rush the passer.
Scrambling around. And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Nice run there as they work the outside. So the quarterback keeps it for about 7 yards.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That's good for 87 yards. First down.
He has some room. And he's tackled to the 35-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
He's tackled around the 34-yard line.
Smith on the tackle, the 34-yard line.
First and 10. Ball on the 34. Steps out of bounds. Right around the 30.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. And he scores. Touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. A nice 8-play, 74-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
It's fielded at the 2. He's to the 20. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So the Aggie staff has got a winner on their hands. You've been around kids like this. They're just fun to be around.
They're fun to be around, and I think it's infectious. His attitude, I think, permeates throughout this entire offense and really throughout the entire team. It's no wonder this team is so competitive with him at the front leading the way.
And they make the stop at the 24-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 24-yard line. 2nd down. He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Would have been a big play by the defense. He can't hold it.
This just shows you that you don't need to be sacking the quarterback to disrupt the passing game.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here. Kind of surprising here that they didn't elect to punt. I don't agree with this call. He's taken down at the 41-yard line.
That's good for 16 yards. First down.
Delayed handoff, and he's not going to get back to the line.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 41. And he's level at the 34-yard line.
That's a loss of 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. And he's immediately tackled. Wow, a long game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, the offense hurt themselves by digging themselves into a hole on 1st and 2nd down. So the defense didn't really have to put too much thought in how to defend on that 3rd down.
And again, they're going for it on 4th down. This is a pretty controversial call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball. Fires it out. And down he goes, right around the 42-yard line.
Number 36. First down.
It's the 9th play of the drive. And he's taken down at the 32.
That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 32, 2-yard line. First down. Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted. Great catch by the linebacker, but not a smart throw from the quarterback.
Didn't look like the quarterback even saw the linebacker hanging in that area. It pays to be in the right spot at the right time.
From their own 22-yard line. First down. He flies forward to about the 23.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Great. Up the gut. Tackle made at the 26. Here's the halfback of the screen. So close, but they fall short of the first down.
You got to throw the ball a little deeper next time. Don't take any chances of coming up short.
Williams is waiting for the snap. He's to the 40. And he's taken down at the 47. And for Carlson, he's had a great game catching the ball.
Well, for all the young wide receivers out there, this is a guy you want to pay attention to. He runs very precise routes. And he does a really good job of keeping the defender away from having a chance to make a play on the ball.
His yards per catch average is in another stratosphere. They threw a pick the last time out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
This quarterback can make good passes. He just needs to focus on not forcing the ball to his receivers.
Looks quick to his tight end, and he can't hang on.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 47-yard line, it's second down. Well, Kirk, we saw this kid head to the locker room a little bit earlier with that injury. Now we see he's back on the sideline. That's good news. Looks like he should be able to get back in the action. They'll bring him down at about the 43-yard line. Porter sets up the play action. Quick strike to the receiver. Tackle at the 23. First and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line. Throws it in a hurry. Big play there, and now they're looking at first and goal.
That makes it 1st and goal.
And they get the sack. And for Richards, he isn't far from the single-game sack record. That brings up a 2nd and goal. Ball on the 15-yard line. Takes it out to maybe the 13-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
Five guys will be on the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Caught, touchdown, and they're not ready to quit just yet. He's thrown his 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
The one thing this quarterback does a nice job of is taking what the defense gives him. He's always looking for the open target.
And the quarterback stays on the field as they try for the 2-point conversion. Get the 2. So a 7-play, 53-yard drive. But the failed 2-point conversion keeps it a 6-point score.
This quarterback has really demonstrated a tremendous amount of ability and leadership today. I'd be very surprised if he can continue to play well.
Parker takes it at the 4. And down he goes at the 27-yard line. It was a quick 3 and out on their last possession. Just throws this one away. From their own 27-yard line. 2nd down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. And he hits him hard at the 29. Quick throw after the receiver. Brought down right around the 46-yard line. The sub package in there defensively in this 5 wide receiver set. He goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. And he tackles him hard at the 44.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Defensive coordinator anticipating this 5 wide set, and he comes in with his dime package. Flushed down, and he's going to get sacked. That's the end of 3 quarters of play, and this one's a little tighter than the experts thought. Texas A&M's in front by 11. Back in this very pivotal 4th quarter. Inside handoff. Tackle for a loss. That's got it on the quick throw. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
That makes it 4th and long.
Williams is the punter. He's taken down at the 27. Kirk, you know, sometimes self-scouting is the best thing you can do, and I don't think they did a very good job of that.
It's another example of no matter how good you are, or no matter how good you've been in the past, you have to continue to evolve as an offense. This offensive coordinator might look at this game plan and say, you know what, I can learn from this, and we can be better down the road.
Not sure that touchdown in their last possession's given them some confidence, but let's see if that carries them back down the field. Makes the catch, and look out. Good open field tackle.
Well, the defense has played so well for most of this game, and to be able to give up a big play like that to beat the goal line, this defense has got to kind of pick themselves up and try to finish this game off and get the win.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 46. And he makes it out to about the 44-yard line.
Gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
And he's tackled right around the 22-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. And he has it on the corner. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
And he's hit immediately. It's first down. They'll be looking for 6 points here. They're crowding the line. He's tackled at the 2. He gains a couple of yards on a carry.
That brings it 2nd and goal.
And he gets the touchdown.
That was a very good all-around effort. The running, the blocking, the entire package. A well-deserved score.
Offensive line and defensive line hooked up there, and the offensive line won the battle. And they're looking to get 2 points here. They don't get it. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
Let's see what's happening in the top 10. Let's take yet another peek at this game. And for South Carolina, they're looking to win 2 in a row. The Gamecocks have the edge, 21-7. Meanwhile, the Cardinals enter today's game ranked 9th in the country and with an opportunity to move even higher. And for Virginia Tech, they're in danger of losing 2 straight. Griffin's game is solid. He has a touchdown catch. Louisville leads it 28-21.
Reese, we got a great game going on here. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Parker from the 2. And he makes it out to about the 21-yard line. And for Bates, he's put up good numbers.
Well, he's putting up huge numbers. I think you can go back and look at every throw that he's made. It's like a human highlight film in one football game. You know, the coaches told us all week this week that they thought they could expose the secondary. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing. It's one big play after another. So give the quarterback a lot of credit. Let's not forget about the guy calling the play.
Good outside run there. Bates picks up about 7 yards on the option keeper.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
Gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
He's scrambling. Got the corner. And they make the stop at the 42-yard line.
That's a gain of 2. First down.
Quick strike, and he drops it.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 42. Fires that quickly, incomplete.
Wow, Brad, you talk about having a strong arm. Next time, though, you might want to work on the accuracy.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
He zips it out to the left. Almost picked off.
Smart, heady play by that defender. That was solid, fundamental pass defense.
Williams to punt. He's out to the 30, and he makes it out to about the 34-yard line. And for Porter, it has not been an easy ride in this one.
Well, I think the sloppy conditions have affected him as a quarterback and his overall ability to be able to throw the ball with accuracy.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. He's taken down at the 46-yard line. From the 46-yard line, it's first down. Nice run up the middle. Around 5 yards on the delayed handoff. He's at the 30, gets out to around the 25. First and 10, ball on the 25. They get nice yardage on that run. Walker gets 6 yards on the carry. And down he goes around the 17-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
So it's third down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. They come out in a 5-wide set. It's rather quickly, and that was almost picked. Well, he tried to thread the needle with that pass.
Well, here the quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage. Needs to look at his progression and find the second and third receiver.
And he's immediately tackled.
Tight ends can be a wild card in any offense. Sometimes the defense are a little bit confused on how to handle them.
So here we go. First and goal, and a field goal won't cut it. Touchdown, and that puts them on top. He makes it 4 scoring passes.
Well, what we have right now is a quarterback who's very comfortable with his offense. He believes in his system, and the coaches and players believe in him. You couldn't ask for a better situation.
So they'll go for 2 here and try to go up by a field goal. And they won't get the 2. So the 2-point conversion is no good.
Here they try to put the ball in the air. Unfortunately, they were unable to convert.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Parker fields it at the 3. And he's taken down at the 28-yard line. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. He's on the run. He's to the 40. And he's taken down at about the 49. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down if he kept it himself. That's a good decision. Now he's scrambling.
Tackle made at the 46.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
They'll bring him down around the 39-yard line. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Offense.
You got to be careful to avoid these. Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
So it's 2nd down and 15 after the penalty. Now he tries to buy some time. Tackle around the 46-yard line. Well, after that injury, we'll get to see the backup quarterback here. Throws in the middle. Brought down around the 47-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21.
Not great, but not bad either. As long as your main priorities are not turning the ball over and establishing solid field position, then you're headed in the right direction.
Their last drive ended with a touchdown. Let's see what happens on this possession.
Well, it's one thing to have speed. It's another thing to have an idea of what you're doing and how to attack the defense. And right now, these wide receivers clearly have done an outstanding job of being able to make their reads and getting out of their breaks, and the quarterback can put the ball right on the line.
From their own 27-yard line. 2nd down. Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab.
Number 25, the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
It's caught. 1st down, and he's out of bounds. And for Porter, he's just established a new school record for passing yards in a game.
Every single pass he has thrown has been spot on today. The guys catching the ball have been pretty sharp too.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. No, he dropped it.
Number 25 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Goes quickly, it's almost intercepted.
Number 25 was the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd down now, and they need to get it inside the 45. It's out to his receiver in a hurry, and he's tackled right away. Throws it out, and it falls incomplete.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 38-yard line. 2nd down. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. And per quarter. He's got the record for passing yards in a game in his sights. And this is the 9th play of the current drive. Looking for his man, incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. Big play there, and now we're looking at first and goal. This is the 11th play of this drive. Gets it to his receiver. Touchdown. Apparently, they don't feel comfortable with a possible 8-point lead, and they want to try to make it a 2-score game. They put everyone up on the line. They don't get it. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update. Reese?
The Cardinals come into today's game ranked number 9 in the country. And for Louisville, they grab a W in the season opener. The Cardinals pull it out by a field goal.
Reese, this one couldn't be more exciting. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Parker from the 4. Tackle at the 31-yard line. Texas A&M's been unable to really show that they're the team to beat here, but it looks like they're going to get another chance at it.
Well, it's now or never. This team has put themselves in a position where they have to hope for some heroics late. It's because they played sloppy most of the game. They're very fortunate they still have a chance to be able to win this game.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Fires out to his wideout. And he's tackled at the 44.
It's a nice job here by the wide receiver of looking the ball in and keeping the chains moving. He was on the same page as his quarterback as they both saw the double outside linebacker blitz coming.
He's tackled at the 47-yard line. Just under 3 to go in regulation. And he's hit before he can go anywhere. Quick out to his receiver. And they make the stop at the 21-yard line. Goes to the receiver, incomplete. From the 21-yard line, second down. And he tackles him hard at the 10-yard line.
Hanson brings him down at the 10-yard line. That makes it first and goal.
Fires quick. He's got another one. And he's hit immediately. Here's the 8th play of the series. Quick strike to the receiver. Touchdown. They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. He splits Gets the uprights for the extra point. So an 8-play, 71-yard drive, and they put up 7 points.
Brett, I thought the key to that drive really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow him down.
He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 22-yard line. We might have overtime in the back of our minds, but down on the field, that hasn't occurred to anyone. They want to end this thing in regulation. Just under 2 to go in the game. Throw to the tight end and get it out of his hands. From their own 22-yard line. It's second down. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Quick throw. He's taken down at about the 47-yard line. And for Porter, that breaks the all-time mark for passing yards in a game. Wants it all, going long. Got it. He's all the way home. Touchdown. They'll go for 2 in this situation. And they get the 2. So a short 3-play, 78-yard drive. And they get 8 points after that 2-point conversion.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot. And they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 31.
Brad, this is my kind of game. I love seeing this kind of production and the way these quarterbacks are playing. Both teams are challenging both of these defenses.
The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had in the last drive.
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown.
Scrambling around, and they bring him down for a sack on the play. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
We have less than a minute to go. Catches it, and that's all. Texas A&M's going to have to use their second time out of the hat. From their own 36-yard line, it's third down. He scrambled. And down he goes at the 37-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, and that was their first timeout. And if they don't get this one, you can start to warm up the bus. He's got it with room to run. And he's taken down right around the 44-yard line. Look at the scramble now. He can't get away from the pressure. The defense calls a timeout. They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's second and long. Quick strike to the receiver. Tackle made at the 48-yard line.
couldn't hang on here in the fourth quarter.
This might be their last chance. Fourth down. Zips it to the back. They'll bring him down at the 44-yard line. He gets rid of this one. Here's play number 10 on the drive. Well, you never know what can happen in college football, so I wouldn't be surprised by anything here. Either way, it should be exciting. He sails it low. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. So the Aggies have to look at this somehow as a positive. Their star player had a great game. They just got to look the next week.
Yeah, it's tough anytime you lose a game to be positive, but if there is anything to be positive about, it's about that performance by this individual. He really did everything that he could do to try to win this football game. Unfortunately, the team ends up losing, but they can build to the future around his abilities for sure.
Well, that was a good game with him. Their first loss of the season, 64-56. Again, the final score. What a game! What a high-scoring game. Again, the rest of the games, all the rest of the way of our Dynasty season will be 10 minutes per quarter instead of 12 minutes per quarter. Simply because we're getting all these high-scoring games. Not to say that they're not fun, but we want to see some more normal football scores. We did have 60 range if we score, quickly. But, that was a good win. An upset on the horizon. We upset Texas A&M. It was a close upset, but it was still an upset, nonetheless. And we have an upgrade available. Yep, our game ranked second in the ESPN Classic. What a game. What a game, what a win. We'll see what happens next week. When we take on, I think I forgot who we take on next. But what a win to come back and win this one. We hope we move up in the rankings. We'll just get ranked somewhere with some top 25 teams losing. Like UCLA lost. There's some other ones that they lost. Let's look at the stats to wrap up this game. Again, 37 first downs for us, 32 for Texas A&M, 277 rushing yards to 44 for us, 770 passing yards to 414, and then 4 turnovers for us and 1 turnover for them, 26-55 the time position, and 21-05 for the time position for them. So we need to limit our turnovers and do better rushing, and I think we should pick up our defense, and we should be good. But I think that was the toughest game I think we have. I'll have to check, but I think that was the toughest game we have in the season. Gage Porter was 44 for 60 with 770 yards, 6 touchdowns. The other quarterback, Paul Bates, 25 for 32, 308 yards, 32 carries, 188 yards, 6 total touchdowns. And also for the second player of the game for our team, for the Crimson Storm's SNU, Josh Christie, the safety, had 7 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble. The right outside linebacker Austin Richards was the other player of the game for Texas A&M with 10 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. Our offensive line also got to get better next week before we start, I think, the conference play. But what a win, 64-56. That's like a basketball score right there. But yeah, what a win to make us go 1-1 on the year. That was their first loss, so they're now 1-1 as well. So we're both 1-1 going into next week. Our next game will be a non-conference game. Should be an easier game. I don't think Georgia State's all that good. We'll find out if it's in Georgia or in at home at our stadium, our Team Builder Stadium, which is actually Louisiana Monroe's stadium, but we're using it as our stadium. Or whoever created this team, thank you for whoever created this team on Team Builder, and so they're using University of Louisiana Monroe Stadium as our home stadium, and so it looks like it's going to be at Georgia State in Atlanta. That's our first road game of the season. Let's look at the top 25 to see who's in the top 25 and where people are sitting going forth into this. So at number 1, Alabama with a 2-0 record. Stanford with a 1-0 record. South Carolina with 2-0. Oregon with a 1-0. Then Oregon, Florida, Louisiana, LSU, Georgia slips down from 2 to 8 after that loss to was number 7, now number 3, South Carolina. Then OU moves up. So does Florida State. Texas moves up. Oklahoma State moves up. Notre Dame moves up. Michigan moves up. Clemson moves up. Nebraska moves up. Ohio State moves up. Kansas State, Oregon State, Northern Illinois, Texas A&M drop after they lost to us. And then TCU, Ole Miss, UCLA, and UCLA and USC, the two that are going to be going to the Big Ten soon. So that's the coaches' pool. So let's look at our upcoming schedule so you know what's coming up. So we have a road game against the Georgia State Panthers. Our first road game of the season. After that, we have an off week, and then it's back on the road to take on the University of Texas El Paso. So that should be a good game. That's a conference. Yeah, that's a conference game. That's who we open the conference play with. Then we have another bye before UTEP and after UTEP. And then we play another conference game at FIU. But that one's a home one. Again, I have played it against FIU, but not as this team, not as Southern Nazarene. I was against as Oklahoma State in the national championship game. Then still at home against ETSA, then Middle Tennessee State, then at Florida Atlantic, then home against Rice, then a bye week, then another tough one against the South Carolina Gamecocks. We'll see how if we have a good record going in there and if they're still undefeated. We'll see how. If we beat A&M, I think we can beat South Carolina. I don't think South Carolina is as good as. I mean, they're pretty good. They're not probably as good as Texas A&M. I think we can win that one as well. Then another non-conference game against North Texas at North Texas, and at Louisiana State to close out the season. So it's gonna be a good season. So again, our next game that you'll see on my channel with the Dynasty mode, our next SNU Dynasty mode game, the next Southern Nazarene Dynasty mode game next week against Georgia State on the road. So we'll see how our team does on the road in the Dynasty mode in NCAA Football 14 Dynasty mode. It's a regional game. That was a regional game, so was that one. We've had 3 regional games. We had not had yet a nationally televised game yet, but I'm sure we will eventually once we get playing future seasons, if not anything this year. So our goal is to make a bowl game. We are on our way. We need to get at least 6 wins. To get a bowl bid somewhere. I don't care where we go for our bowl game, but at least if we make a bowl game, that will be a good thing for our first season. So again, it should be a good game. We lost overtime 48-45, and then we won 64-56 in the second game. So 2 games are high scoring. I will off camera fix the quarter length from 12 minutes to 10 minutes for the remainder of the season. So when we take on Georgia State, it'll be a 10-minute quarter of the rest, and it'll be the way it is the rest of the way. And we'll see how it goes that way. So 10 minutes per quarter the rest of the way for the remainder of the 10 games of the season. So we have a lot of conference games coming up before we get our late final non-conference of the season against the South Carolina Gamecocks. So two non-conference games against SEC teams. 2 in the top 25 and then top 3 actually. Top 4, excuse me. 1 in 3rd and then 1 in 4th. So, or higher, depending upon what happens. That's a long ways away. It could be higher. They could be second ranked or even the first ranked team, and we'll find out. Or they could drop even further down if they lose a lot of games too, so they could start off 2-0 and then start to fall down the ladder where we have a better chance of beating them. I think we have a good chance of beating Georgia State. Georgia State, they have not played a game yet. Let me go to their schedule. For a minute here before we wrap things up. So they had the first 2 weeks off. Why, I have no idea how that happened, but they do. So their first game is against us. Then they play an FCS team in the FCS West. Then they'll play Old Dominion in the first Sun Belt game. So that's game 3. Then fourth game of the season for them is against Fresno State. Fifth game against Marshall, conference game. Then Troy, then Louisiana Monroe, then Southern Miss, then Louisiana Lafayette, then Texas State, then South Alabama, then Arkansas State. You see, they have 12 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they have 1, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they had 12 games. They just had the first 2 weeks off. So we are 1-1, they're 0-0. So I think, considering they had 2 bye weeks, they weren't playing anybody. So, and we have had a roll on the season. So I think, are we favored in this game? Let me look at the more info. Are we favored in this? Yeah, we are favored in this game. Overall rankings is better. Defense, offense, points per game. And of course, because they haven't played a game. Total offense, total rushing, passing. Of course, their defense is going to be better than ours. But I think we have a chance of playing good in that game. And then turnover differential, we need to stop turning the ball over. And of course, Kirk Herbstreit is picking us. Even though he's calling the game. But let me leave it back at ours. It's going the wrong way. You do the S's. Yep. So that should be a good game. That's next week on Tuesday. We will play on a Tuesday again. We may mix it up and play on Monday, or a Thursday or Friday, but more than likely, most of our games will be on Tuesday. I can't remember when we played Tulsa, I think. And Tulsa did win their second game, so they're 2-0. But Texas A&M and us, we are 1-1 on the year. We're going up against Georgia State next. Texas A&M, however, they have who do they have next? Ooh, they have a tough game against Alabama, so yeah, that's not good. So they have a tougher game than we do next up. yeah, so that's going to do it for our broadcast. Lasting, this live stream lasting 2 hours, probably the game about an hour. So it's going to be narrowed down tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next week, excuse me. It's going to be narrowed down next week when we play next week against Georgia State. We'll have 10 minutes per quarter instead of 12. So that's that. So again, looking at next week, should be a win for us, but we'll see. And then that is not the next live stream. That's just the next Dynasty mode of live stream for Southern Nazarene. That's the next Southern Nazarene game for our Southern Nazarene Dynasty season, our SNU Dynasty season. Our next live stream will be on Thursday. Not tomorrow. No live stream or video tomorrow. Our next video and live stream will be on Thursday for the first Madden one of not the first Madden game, just the first regular season Madden game, where we have a simulated version of the Bills and Rams. And then Friday we'll have the next college football one. It will be week 2 simulation game. Friday and Saturday, no game Sunday. Monday we will have no, actually 2 videos. Actually, there will be a lot of videos on Sunday's correction Madden videos, and then Monday we'll have another game, Monday game, and then Tuesday, right back with the Dynasty mode for Southern Nazarene. So we have a lot of videos coming up, but the next live stream is Madden Bills and Rams. Next Dynasty mode is Tuesday. So that'll do it for me. Until next time, keep on your journey.